Hello, and welcome back to Mafia City RP. So it's been a while since we've been on Mafia, and I think we're going to be back here for quite a bit again. Again, I've just been switching between Eclipse and Mafia, just whenever I feel like it, but recently there's been some really cool updates on Mafia, and also have some really interesting RP planned, hopefully for the future. So you should be seeing a little bit more of Mafia City content. The Eclipse stuff won't stop, but there's probably going to be a little bit more of the Mafia stuff. So let's go right into the main focus of this video, which is the updates that have been going on since we were last on the server, because there's quite a few. The main one being the store robberies update, but before we go into that, there was recently a big update, a couple weeks, I think it was last Thursday, if I remember correctly, or a little bit ago. So I'll put it on screen now, but we're going to be going over the main features of this update. So first of all, if we're just looking through this list, the main things that stick out to me are the changes to prison, and apparently there's a new lobby ready for Bolingbroke. I'm not sure if Bolingbroke is now the actual prison or not. I'll figure that out in a little bit. But there's hopefully going to be, if it's not already added, the prison interior for Bolingbroke is going to be moved over to there, because it used to be at the building. Right over here is where it is currently located, the jail. Another big thing that they added is the corporation phone. Let me just read it off exactly how it says. So each corporation is assigned a number of 5 digits. Corporation owners can buy new phones and then convert the phone to a corporation phone using the B menu. All corporation phones share the same contacts, messages, and calls. A call to the number is routed to the first person that's not in a call. So what's really awesome about this is that if you're in a corporation, like say you're in a taxi corporation and you have this corporation phone, so you guys all share all the contacts. So if you open up your phone, let's not have our radio play right here. So if you open up our phone, if this is a corporation phone and you go into messages, all the messages you see there would be the messages that everyone else who owns the phone would see as well. So if you kind of need, if it makes sense, if you need to talk to multiple people or you need to talk to people as a group, you can use a corporation phone and do that really well, and also have the contacts for kind of maybe your clients or something like that as well. And all calls that go to the corporation phone will go to the first person that's not in a call, so you can use this as like kind of a taxi service. So if you're not currently in a call, and someone calls a number, it will ring to one of your guys' phones, and then that person can either tell everyone else on the radio or something, hey, we have a caller at whatever, and then go kind of direct them there. So what's really nice about that is that it really helps for a lot of corporations that rely on people calling their number, being able to use a corporation phone where everyone has kind of the shared contacts, shared messages, and can get calls as a group kind of. So the next big thing that I saw that was changed is that phones are now undeployable, which means you can kind of take your phone and actually undeploy it, because before, even if you die, you wouldn't lose your phone. You have your phone infinitely. There's nothing really that can happen to your phone. But now, let me show you real quick. Hopefully, this doesn't delete all of our data. I believe I'll show you the other feature before I show you this one, just in case it does delete your data. So they also added cloud syncing, which is really cool, and goes along with this update. So if you go into your phone, and you go to this new app called the Cloud app. Here you can set a security pin, I believe it has to be 8 digits, and if you lose your phone or your phone gets stolen or whatever happens to your phone, you can then buy a new one, type in your security pin, and hit restore another device, and it will restore all of your contacts, all your messages, all your everything to your current phone. So it's really cool, because again, you can now be robbed for your phone, and basically if you're robbed for your phone or your phone's taken from you, they can look for all your contacts, they can see all your messages, they can do everything. So it allows for some really interesting RP. Instead of just /me's like would I see the phone number or whatever, they can actually take your phone and look for your messages. I think that's a really cool feature and a really unique thing on the server that was recently added. So again, if they did steal your phone, they can access your phone data, but they can't delete stuff, so they can't really troll you and do stuff like that, thankfully. But they can see all your messages if they do end up stealing your phone, which I think is really cool. I've never seen this on an RP server before. Again, on most RP servers, it's usually like you would do /me, would I see any messages from whoever? But now you can actually take the phone and actually look through the messages, which I think is a really unique feature that I have not seen on any server before. And I think it's really something cool. So again, with the cloud syncing, if you open up your phone, hit the cloud button, type in your PIN, which is I believe 8 digits, hit sync this device, it will save all of your data to whatever PIN you do, and then when you either lose your phone or need to buy a new phone, you can type in the security PIN again, restore, and it'll bring back all your contacts and all your messages. There is a small fine, but I think that's pretty much it for the main phone changes, but I do think this is some really cool stuff. Apparently there's also weapon objects or whatever for when you have a weapon in your inventory. Although I do have a pistol, I do not see it on my back or something like that. So I'm not sure if it's bugged at the moment or if it's just with heavy weapons. I did try it with a Tommy gun earlier and it did not show it either. So I'm not sure exactly if that feature is even up right now or what's going on with that. But next we're going to be going over, of course, the main part of this whole video, which is the store robberies. Before we get over there, I'm actually going to go check and see if the Bolingbroke interior is actually there or if stuff's still just getting ready for that. But either way, we're going to go check out the lobby for Bolingbroke and at least check out that part of it. And I will meet you guys when we're over there. And then after that, we will check out the store robbery. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, so it definitely looks like the prison is moved over to Bolingbroke, thankfully. I think it's a lot nicer location. You got some of the vehicles, I believe. They got some new vehicles for DOC for prison escapees. These cool little things over here, which I think are really cool. I think they're vagrants or outlaw, something like that. I don't exactly remember the name. It's a cool little DOC vehicles, little DOC cruisers as well. It's pretty sweet. Let's see if we can get inside interior. See it, take a little look at it, possibly. I think that purple car is this car I sold to someone like a long time ago.
Hop on in. I think the warden's probably on duty somewhere, or the captain. They'll probably take you around.
I think they went looking for a Camacho.
Ah, okay. See if...
Ooh, this is pretty nice. Damn.
Oh my gosh!
Damn, it's pretty nice in here.
Oh, he's gone.
Probably went to go check on some inmates. I'm gonna go do the same.
Yeah, if you guys want to go with him, can't really go alone. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm, I don't think I am able to give you a tour considering my rank and such.
No, it's all good.
But yeah, I mean, if you ever went to visit the other one, I think like the blueprints are pretty much, you know, same, the outdoors
gotcha,
obviously.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Alright, well
It's
that's pretty sweet
expensive.
either way, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot more DOC on duty than I would usually see.
Yeah,
There's been a lot more
hiring
interest since it got moved over here.
Yeah, I think a lot more
nice,
excitement,
nice.
you know.
Yeah, I saw the the outlaws outside. Is that what they're called? Outlaws or vagrants or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it looks like a lot of fun. Alright.
We also have a prison bus.
Wait, really? Is it out there?
It's amazing. You'd probably be able to see it from the
Let me
gate,
see. I heard about this actually.
but
Oh,
there you go. It's the captain, maybe he'll take you around.
Oh, it's just like the same blueprints I'm used to it, so it's all good.
Yeah, so you can see the bus that we have. It's just over there past those gates.
Oh, yeah. And you got the
It's
insurgent as
legit.
well. It's pretty sweet. Nice.
I've yet to drive it. Ooh, Magnolia. Alright, catch you later, Zez.
Alrighty, take care.
Take it easy.
Alright, so yeah, it seems like most, or the interior for the Bolingbroke is the same as the old interior, that they, or I guess new old interior, if that makes sense, that they did for the most recent interior, they did for the jail back in town, and it has been all moved over to here, which is really nice to see, again, that they're moved over here, because I think there's a lot more RP, especially going from the city, going all the way to here. There's chances for people to possibly do prison breaks, possibly stop the convoy, again, if they're using that gigantic prison bus down there, which is pretty cool, again. But it looks like a pretty sweet setup they got here. But I think that is going to be about it for the prison. Again, it's the same interior, but it's a different exterior, which I think the exterior really changes the whole thing and makes it a lot nicer. In my opinion, it also allows for a lot more RP opportunities. But next, we are going to be moving over, again, to the store robberies, how they work and everything like that. We're not going to be performing a store robbery in this video, but I'm going to be showing you guys how to do it. Some tips on how to not get caught, because I know a lot of people have been doing them, especially since they came out. I'm not even sure if we're going to be able to find one that's even possibly to do, because there is a cooldown, which we'll go into once we get over there. But let's go over to a store, and I will explain it a little bit more once we get over there. Alright, so with this new update, they added NPCs at all of these stores, similar to how Eclipse has it. They're not all the same NPCs, which is nice, so they're all different NPCs. So if we go in here now, if you go onto this blue circle, you should now be able to hold a gun and point it at him, and he would put his hands up, just similar to Eclipse. If his hands do go down, I believe the alarm does get triggered, and then of course the police would come. But so how you do it is you basically have one person. It is a two-person job. I don't believe you can do over two people. I don't believe you can do just solo. It has to be two people. You have one person hold this guy up with a gun, and then the second person goes into the back of the store, and there should be a little white circle, I believe, once the robbery. Oh, maybe it's back here. Let me see. Yeah, so there is a little circle next to the safe, and once the guy's hands are held up, you're able to start cracking into the safe and can make money from that. Now, the cooldown for doing this job, or this store robbery, is once every 4 hours. So every 4 hours after being robbed, it'll be able to be robbed again, but not within the first 4 hours. I don't believe it'll work at all, and nothing will happen. I'm not exactly sure if it does sound the alarm or not if you do it within the cooldown period. And the amount of money you get from this job depends on how often the store is used. So if the store is used a lot more often, you're going to make a lot more money from it. If it's a store kind of in the middle of nowhere, like let's say like the Grapeseed store, I guarantee doesn't have that many people come to it, so there's going to be probably a lot less money there. But again, since it's not in the city and it's again out of the way, so less people use it, there's less money, but there's also less risk. So that's basically how the store robberies work. So just some tips when you're going to be performing these store robberies. I recommend doing some basic RP, so detectives and stuff cannot basically figure out how you did it, or RPly get your fingerprints, or RPly identify you. So first of all, I recommend going into the back part of whatever store you're going to rob. And again, similar to how people have done it on Eclipse, going into the back and RPly smashing the CCTV if they do have one, or possibly pulling up the circuit breaker, just some kind of RP to stop the cameras from RPly working, so they wouldn't be able to, you know, go over the cameras in RP and find your face or find you whatever in it. I also do recommend, of course, wearing a mask. If you're not wearing a mask, you're just dumb. So please wear a mask if you're going to be robbing a store. Second, I recommend RPly doing like puts on gloves, or puts on rubber gloves or something like that, so they can't find your fingerprints. Maybe even putting on a hairnet so they can't find your hair that would fall out. Just as much RP as you can do to prevent yourself from getting caught. Again, I recommend using, again, a mask at the minimum. You better at least have a mask. Smashing the CCTV, and then also RPly putting on gloves. And if you're going to be really, really smart about it, steal a car beforehand and use that stolen car. So if there's any RP cameras outside of the store, or if anyone sees you leaving the store, they'll have a bad description of the vehicle and not the proper description. So that's just some tips on how these store robberies doing if you want to do these store robberies. But I do think that is going to be about it for this kind of short little update video. There were also a couple updates, small updates that happened throughout the time that I was gone, and sometimes the time where I still was making videos. I just never made a video on the update. There was a couple updates to how repair kits work. So each repair kit will boost your, if you look over here on the right, it's at 74%. Each repair kit will boost your percentage of your vehicle's durability by 30%. If your vehicle is under, I believe, 40%, the vehicle will not start, so you're going to need 2 repair kits for that one. And again, each repair kit does 30%, and I believe takes 10 seconds of time to administer. I think that's going to be basically about it. Again, there's a couple small updates that I did miss. If you guys do want to check it out, you can go on their forums, and they have a full changelog list over there, or on the Discord, there's a whole changelog list over there as well. But I do believe that is going to be about it for this video. Again, expect some more Mafia content coming soon. I have some cool stuff planned, and hopefully you guys will enjoy. If you guys did enjoy this video, please hit the like button, and if you want to, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.